Today we will be going over the assessments for muscular fitness. The purpose of this assessment is to assess the client's muscular strength and muscular endurance. Muscular strength is the measure of force that can be generated by muscles and will be assessed using the 1 repetition max 1RM and the submaximal 1RM, which will assess the number of repetitions to fatigue. Muscular endurance is the measure of repeated muscle actions and will be assessed using the push-up test. In this video, we will demonstrate the full body push-up and the modified push-up. The 1RM and submaximal 1RM can both be done using a bench press or a leg press. This video will only demonstrate the assessments on the bench press. Let's begin. You want your client to lay with their back flat on the bench, their feet flat on the floor, arms straight, and hands and thumbs wrapped around the bar. First, have your client complete several repetitions using lighter weight to get them warmed up. Be sure to spot your client, but note this assessment is unassisted. Use the reverse grip, one hand over and one hand under. Once you have placed weight on the bar, remember to secure the weight from coming off or moving during repetitions with clips as shown in the picture. Next, you want to do 50 to 70% of your client's perceived capacity. If your client has never worked out, they will be using the submaximal 1RM. Once the 1RM is attempted with ease, have your client rest for 3 to 5 minutes and then progressively add 2.5 to 20 kilograms depending on your client. Continue adding weight and rest intervals as needed. Note that you want your client to reach their 1RM within 4 trials to avoid excessive fatigue. Once you see your client is struggling to lift the final weight, discontinue the assessment and this weight will be your client's absolute 1RM. Now let's go over the submaximal 1RM. This assessment is used for clients who are older, adolescents, or clients who have never lifted before. In this assessment, it is stress to fatigue, but your client has to attempt the repetitions between 2 and 10 reps. First, have your client start off with a warm-up. If your client is able to attempt 11 reps, have them rest for 3 to 5 minutes and add more weight. Once your client fatigues between 2 and 10 reps, you will record that weight. Note, this assessment is also unassisted. This equation is used for calculating your client's predicted 1RM based on the 1RM or submaximal 1RM assessment. You will divide the amount of weight lifted by your client's body weight to categorize them for an exercise program based on their strength to weight ratio. Now we are going to assess muscular endurance. The full body and modified push-ups will not be timed and there is no resting during these assessments. We are only going to record the number of push-ups they can do with good form until they fatigue. The full body push-up is administered to men. First, have your male client start in the down position with their chin touching the floor, not their stomach. Make sure their hands are positioned forward, arms shoulder width apart, head up, and back straight. When your client begins, have them come up on straight elbows. Ensure their back is straight at all times. Then return to down position with their chin touching the floor and repeat this process until your client is no longer able to maintain this proper technique. Once they break form, after 2 repetitions, discontinue the assessment and record the amount of push-ups they completed. The modified push-up is administered to women. First, have your female client in the knee push-up position with their back straight, hands shoulder width apart, head up, and lower legs together in contact with the floor with their ankles plantar flexed. Begin with straightened elbows, go to down position touching their chin to the floor, and come back up to straight elbows. Repeat this process consecutively. Once your clients have broken proper form, discontinue the assessment and record the number of push-ups. This table will be useful to categorize your client based on age, sex, and number of good form push-ups completed.